Hi there, ladies. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Starting Over with Marta. And if you're new here, I'm Marta. I'm a certified life coach, and I help professional ladies just like you who have recently left a toxic relationship go from feeling lost and emotionally drained to achieving wholeness and alignment with their divine purpose. So, really quick, before we dive in, tonight, I want to offer you 3 resources that you need right now on your healing journey. So download the free course, Signs It's Time to Go. It's about recognizing toxic love and choosing yourself again. And also, don't forget to download Finding Her. It is a $20 investment, but it is a healing and identity rebuild course for ladies who are recovering from a toxic relationship. So also remember, on this channel, I offer free one-to-one sessions. They are very limited, so go ahead and grab your session today. They're 30-minute sessions. If you are needing to talk specifically about your situation, we can do that confidentially. So all those important links are in the description. So today we are on day 3. We are on day 3 of Unmasking Toxic Love. Toxic Love Unmasked. And so tonight, we're talking about the mask of chaos, okay? Emotional roller coasters. And so I want to give you our anchor scripture, which is John 8:32. You should know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, okay? So let's start off by, I want you to go to James 1:8. James 1:8 says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. In this video, we're going to be talking about the emotional roller coaster that toxic men create, why chaos feels like love when it's actually trauma, and how to break the cycle and return to peace. So let's go there. Let's get into it. Let's talk about what emotional chaos really is. So emotional chaos is not accidental. In toxic love, chaos is a control tactic. It keeps you confused. And it keeps you off balance and emotionally dependent and unsure of yourself and craving those good times. And here's what chaos feels like. It's like one day he's hot and cold. One day he's sweet and affectionate. The next day he's cold, distant, irritated. One week he's promising the future. The next week he's threatening to leave or threatening something else. One moment he's saying I love you. The next minute he's belittling you or shutting down. And guess what? It's the inconsistency. The inconsistency that keeps you emotionally hooked. And I want to free you tonight. Because love should not keep you guessing. Love should not feel like you're gambling. Love should not feel like you waiting for the mood to switch. That is instability. That's not love. So let's talk about why. Why does chaos feel like passion when it's actually trauma? And guess what? This part is really deep. Toxic roller coasters, they are intense and they can feel like intensity, and ladies confuse that intensity for love. But here is why. Because the highs are highs and the lows are lows. It's not passion, it's a relief. It's the dopamine and the oxytocin. You feel good again, but not because he's loving you. You are feeling like that because he has temporarily stopped hurting you, and your nervous system becomes addicted to that inconsistency. The chaos triggers adrenaline, and the makeup moments trigger dopamine. Your body becomes tied to that cycle and not a person. And so he rewards unpredictability. Like he might send a good morning text after a week of silence, or compliment you after a night of arguing, or have affection after disrespect. And this creates emotional gambling. And I never understood that. Like, how can you in one moment say this or that about me, and then in the next moment you want to be affectionate? That I could never get with that. I just never understood that. But trauma bond is like a trauma bond. Trauma bond often feels like a soul tie, because your emotions keep swinging back and forward between affection and not affection and fear. But guess what? God doesn't bond you through fear. He bonds you through peace. So I want to give you some signs that you are on an emotional roller coaster. Let's expose this. Okay, let's expose it. Your mood depends on his mood. If he's good, you're good. If he's off, your whole day collapses. You're always waiting for something bad to happen. Like even during good moments, you brace yourself because you don't never know what's going to happen. Or you can't relax when a relationship is calm because the calm never lasts. Or you feel emotionally disoriented. Like one day you're loved, the next day you are abandoned because you don't never know when they gonna ghost you or when they gonna withdraw the affection or the love or the kindness that they have been giving you. Or you're apologizing even though you're not the one that's wrong because you want to try to just keep the peace and reset the energy. You're exhausted, but still fighting for this relationship. And I'm just trying to understand why, because the enemy is a thief of time. I say this every single video. The enemy is a thief. Well, almost not every single video, but the enemy is a thief of time. I need to say it every single video because you hope the good version of him will come back. And that is a mask. That is a mask. I want to talk about the psychology behind the chaos. Okay. I want you to go to Proverbs 4:23 because it says, above all else, guard your heart. Toxic men use chaos because guess what? Confused women are easier to control. When you doubt yourself, you stop trusting your own feelings, and that chaos prevents you from noticing those patterns. You're too busy reacting in order to notice the patterns. Chaos also creates dependency, and it keeps you from coming back for emotional stability that never really comes. You start thinking, well, maybe I am overreacting or being sensitive, or maybe am I causing the arguments? Like you start to doubt yourself. This is exactly how that manipulation works. And so I want to talk about how can you break free? Okay. How can you break free from the emotional roller coaster? I'm going to give you 6 steps. Okay. The first thing is to call it what it is. You have to name it. And then the second thing is you have to stop trying to stabilize him because you cannot regulate his emotions. You can't control him. You can only regulate your boundaries. Okay. You can't regulate his emotions. You have to regulate your boundaries. Okay. And then you need to trust the fruit. Trust consistency over chemistry because chemistry it creates sparks. It may create a spark, but guess what builds safety? Consistency. And then you need to pay attention to how your body reacts to him. Your body knows before your mind ever admits it. If you're feeling like anxious or tense or uncertain or drained or insecure, that that is not your person. And you have to pull back, step back. Because distance reveals the truth. When you are no longer inside the roller coaster, you can finally see how fast it was going. So, and stop believing the good moments, that those good moments are proof of love, because especially if it's not consistent. Those are breaks in the cycle, not the foundation. And if you haven't seen my video on the toxic cycle, you need to go to that. I don't remember what episode it is, but you need to go and look at that. Okay. Let's journal. Let's journal. I want you to write the question, then reflect, and then go back and answer the question. Okay. So my questions for you tonight. And also, if you haven't downloaded the Redeemed and Restored Journal, it's absolutely free. Go ahead and download that, and so that you can accelerate your healing, because journaling is a powerful tool that accelerates healing. So write down these reflections. What emotional pattern keeps repeating? How has chaos lowered your standards? And what would a peaceful, consistent relationship feel like to you? Okay. Because healing starts with awareness, and it starts with being honest and honest with yourself. Okay. So don't want you to navigate this alone. Go ahead and schedule your session today. That way I can walk you through this. Also, download the free course, Signs It's Time to Go, and also look for Finding Her course. Okay. So to close, I want you to understand that chaos is not chemistry. Unpredictability is not passion, and instability is not love. And guess what? God is not going to send you somebody who keeps your heart in constant turmoil, because love, that is not what love, real love feels like. It feels like safety and peace and not a roller coaster. Okay. So remember, we are healed, whole, and thriving. And I want you to join me for day 4, the mask of pain, verbal, emotional, and financial. So join me tomorrow for day 4. See y'all on the next video.